Hello and welcome to another update video about GALA. Yeah, GALA is on the move. We all know how GALA moves, and when GALA breaks out, it can be fast. That doesn't mean it's necessarily really bullish. It could just be something like this that will make another low afterwards, but that is exactly why I made you aware of this breakout before it happens, because we know how the FOMO with GALA kicks in, and we know how GALA moves when people say that GALA is dead. Now, I'm not saying GALA is dead. I can only express my concerns about the chart. I can only express my concerns about the project, but I'm not someone who's analyzing fundamentals. Nevertheless, we identified here GALA to get into this region between all these dashed lines. That was the target range for this current correction. We already talked about those in June, July. GALA moved into the middle and is now turning around. Our signal level was this 1.63 cent level. And with GALA, as I said, in my video yesterday, I made you aware that when GALA turns around, it looks pretty much as it did here in January, okay? And then it can move a couple of weeks, and then it might do its A wave. And then it has to prove to us, can it actually do the B wave? Can it hold a higher low? And then it might rally once more in wave C of 2. Maybe it does wave 2 in one go. I mean, I don't know. It's certainly showing us, Elliott wave tells us where the targets were. And Elliott wave tells us where resistance is going to be on the way higher. That GALA needs to cross to show us something more bullish. And that's the area between 10.3 cents to 34.4. That means it really needs to do all the work to break above 34.4 cents to indicate something more bullish than a wave 2 corrective rally. I mean, it's just a corrective rally, which can, again, you see the size of it, the magnitude. So let's see if GALA can maintain that now. Certainly, we were at an interesting point here. We had the trend lines, we had the descending channel, we had this resistance area, and they broke, and now GALA is on the move after all downside expectations were fulfilled. And I mean, in the end, you don't know if a turning point or if a turnaround is happening until you see some price action. But we sometimes have to make a bit of a call before a breakout, because when things happen in crypto, they go fast. Okay, so hopefully everybody watched the last two videos, was prepared for this, because now it's where FOMO will kick in. And I'm not suggesting you to buy or anything, that's entirely up to you. But first of all, it's good to see some interest come back into the crypto world. Just whatever you do, don't do it out of an emotional just don't make an emotional decision, okay? Very, very important. Looking at the 4-hour chart, I mean, for the to give you some initial levels to watch, because obviously we haven't got enough price action to say where this is going to land now. But we have resistance at basically 2 cents where we are now. This is the previous Fib resistance area, but also previous structural resistances. That's a level to watch. Then we've got here the 2.6 cent level and the 2.9 cent level. These are all just levels to watch where GALA might struggle on the way higher. A very important one is going to be 5 cents. And then obviously the major one will be 6.2 cents. And maybe I would not rule out that the A wave gets here, depending on how the sentiment in the crypto market will look like. But yeah, that's a reasonable assumption to get there in the A wave. Then we will get a B wave pullback and the C wave higher, if support can hold in wave B. But obviously, first of all, GALA needs to maintain this pressure, this upside pressure, and it needs to hold, in my opinion, this previous breakout point. I mean, our 1.6 cent resistance area is ideally now going to be support, and we want that GALA doesn't break below that level. Now, typically, we use the 50% retracement level as an indication when things break. That's already above that. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's exactly that level. The 50% Fib level at 1.6 cents, which means that as long as GALA is holding the 1.6 cent level, it should be able to push higher. A break below that level will be a first warning that things are starting to flip and it might come down again. So yeah, I just want to make that a quick video. Don't want to drag it out too long. We talked about GALA yesterday, talked about the potential for an upcoming breakout. It's not a great chart, but nevertheless, I pointed it out for all the risk takers out there. But that's up to you what you do with it. I can really only highlight to you where the turning points are, where breakout points are, where I see sentiment change, talked about that in the crypto market. And I can give you a relevant resistance area. I mean, maybe it's worth adding the 38.2 fib level. It doesn't mean GALA will have to stop there, and that might be it, but it just shows you a bit of an area of confluence at 6.3 cents. Can you see that? 6.33 cents, the 38.2 fib level. Oftentimes, if you have a corrective rally like this, then it is the case that an A wave, if we get an ABC correction, and it's too early to say if we really get there, okay? But that's why we track support. When we see the multi-hour time frame trend change, then we have to focus on that. The A wave in a correction oftentimes reaches the 38.2 fib level. Now, funny enough, this is exactly where we had the previous swing high here in this wave 4. So we are watching for this ideal structure: A wave, B wave, C wave. The A wave looks as if it might go and become a 5-wave move. So A waves can be impulses, okay? So this looks impulsive. A waves can also be 3-wave moves. So if we get a chop in the middle, then this is a 3-wave move. Doesn't make a difference really. Then we would have the B wave as a 3-wave move, and the C wave would be a 5-wave move. The C wave is always a 5-wave move. That's how we would ideally like to see it. Now we can speculate a little bit, and why not explore that quickly? So we can let's assume GALA's price gets there, and again, that really depends on the relevant support areas if they hold the micro support levels, which we are updating. So if GALA gets there, and that's purely speculative at this stage because I don't have a top in place for wave A, but just to give you an idea, what would then be the pullback zone for a B wave? We should then see the price get back into the region between 1.75 to 3.3 cents. Important would be that GALA holds the 1.75 cent level, because a break below that will indicate a failure again. Yeah, so there will be a rapid rally like this one probably. It might have started now. We'll see if Bitcoin can hold its position, because everything is still very, very fragile. I don't want to say this is definitely confirmed, but we want to focus on that until support levels break. Yeah, because if we don't, it will just run away. This is just what it is, right? If you don't see the signals, and we've seen them already last week, then it's a bit, it's going to be too late, okay? So we want to still make sure everybody has a sense for caution here. We don't have, typically across the market, we didn't have great bottoming structures, whereas GALA actually fulfilled all downside expectations. I mean, the count was full. So yeah, let's see how far it goes. I will keep you updated. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.